halfway. You only have 2 more left.
Great. It's like when I breathe in, it's even worse. So I gotta try and do this without breathing.
I try one.
Why is Daddy try one? Welcome to CRT Hot Ones. I'm Caitlin Wise DiAntonio. This is Leo DiAntonio. And for this Colorado Gives Day, we are having the CRT staff sit on the hot seat for hot questions and even hotter wings. So today the tables have turned and you're in the hot seat. I'm with John DiAntonio, the producing artistic director at Creed Repertory Theater. So to start off, you've been doing a lot of interviews, right?
That's right.
And I've seen that you always have a plate of wings in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Are they the full hot sauce wings?
No.
Ah!
No. They're in the 1 to 2 realm. They've been in the 1 to 2 realm for myself, not for the people I'm interviewing.
So here's your comeuppance. Because these are the real wings.
And let me just say it's for good reason. Because, I'm not a big hot sauce person. And we wanted it to be about the interviewees, of course. So,
Okay.
Yes, this is my comeuppance. These are the real sauces, the very hot sauces. And I'm not looking forward to this at all. So, yeah.
I've already eaten my hot wings, so I don't have any hot wings in front of me.
Okay.
All right, so let's start us out, shall we? How does that taste?
It's good. I've had this one a few times.
Oh, very good, very good. So, John, you grew up in Pittsburgh, and your mom was an accountant, your dad was an engineer. So how on earth did you find the theater?
Okay, that's already a little bit spicy for my liking. So this is great. Ha! Okay, how I discovered it. Yeah, it's very foreign to my family. Definitely a little bit of the black sheep or whatever. And how did I discover theater? In 9th grade, I was a little bit of a troublemaker, a class clown. Mm-hmm. And I think I was going on my 2nd or 3rd English teacher. Like I had been kicked out of a few English classes. And I was my 3rd English teacher, and Mrs. Bruno. And I was doing, we were reading Romeo and Juliet, and I loved reading all the parts and doing funny voices, not having a clue really what I was saying, but having a great time. And she pulled me aside and said, "John, I teach this thing in addition to English. It's called theater, and you should try it next year." And I don't know, that just sounded crazy to me, but I was like, sure, I'll give it a go, and signed up then when I was 16 years old and took my first theater class and fell in love with it. And so I've been sticking with that ever since, and the rest is history.
Wow. Let's move on to wing number 2.
Wonderful.
And this one is supposedly still semi-mild.
That's not too bad.
Oh, good. It tastes pretty nice.
I want
That's a
to
good
know
bite
I
you
am
did.
taking very big bites.
Yeah, you are. That is a very nice
I'm not
bite.
finishing them like Lavore, but I'm taking very big bites. I want to be on the record.
Well, so not only are you an actor, right, and a director, but you are also a playwright and a writer.
Right.
I am interested to know, what do you find the most exciting about writing a new play? Like, what sparks you?
This is more stingy than I would like for the second. Okay. All right. Wait, sorry, what was it?
So what sparks you when you start have an idea to write a new play? What's the most exciting thing?
Yeah. I like my process. I don't know. It's probably like a lot of writers. There's a marination time where you've got an initial idea, whether it's an idea or a character or a scene or something. You've got something. And then you take a month, or you take months, or you take weeks, or whatever it is, and you marinate. You go for a walk, and you think about those characters. You start fleshing them out. You flesh out the premise. You start building the world and getting very excited. Bits of dialogue start building. The structure of the plot and what happens starts building. When you get to this point where it is overflowing within you, you can't take it anymore, and it's time to put pen to paper or start hitting the keyboard. So I love, maybe my favorite time is that last week before it's like you're just so excited by what's building. And hopefully you can't wait to start writing is the goal, because then you encounter maybe a little less writer's block and you know where you're going, hopefully, because you've done some homework. So I love that.
That's beautiful. Well, as a follow-up to that, I'd like to know, do you have any fears when it comes to passing that work on to other people to produce?
You mean your baby?
Yeah, passing on your baby.
No, I love that step. No. I don't know. I guess, yeah, a little bit, because it is like your baby. I guess I start with like a really trusted small group to begin with, you know. That's where I begin. You're in that, of course. And those feel like the ultimate babysitter group, right? The ones who you have just, you know, you're overflowing with respect for, and I want every thought they have, whether it's like, this is terrible, or this is amazing, or this is somewhere in between, or this is where the growth is. I want it desperately from that group. So anyway, I actually am excited, because by the time you get there, you're so sick of reading it by yourself. You're so sick of it. You're like, please, someone else look at this thing.
Well, that's a delight, because there are very few people that are that excited, I think, to get feedback.
But you got to remember, it's all about making your baby better. Yes. Right, Leo?
You want to be better.
It's all about making
right?
the baby better.
Yeah. Well, I think we've stayed with number 2 for a little too long here. Yeah, okay. On to number 3, and now this one is a particular favorite of mine. This is Da Bomb. Da Bomb Evolution hot sauce. Yeah, it's called Da Bomb.
So I need to eat it?
Yeah, so let's have you take a bite of that, Da Bomb.
This is one I have not encountered, so this will be wonderful.
I'm so glad.
I'm going to try and stick with big bites.
You only have a
I'm
two-thirds
going.
of okay, very good.
Oh, okay.
How does that taste?
Oh, 2 big bites.
You enjoying that?
So far, it's great.
It's nice chicken. It's good. It's cooked well, I think.
Alright.
Great. You're fine. I'm so glad. Now,
it's gonna like punch me in the face in a second, probably.
Probably as you let it see. So speaking of children and your plays as your children, you have some. Am I correct that you actually have children?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, 2.
And you do. And you know, how old are those children?
1 and 2.
So I'd like to know, how has that changed your job? Being a father, having not just plays as babies, but babies, real life babies as babies.
What do you mean, how does it change my job?
How do you do your job differently?
No, dang it, this is terrible. Oh, halfway. Okay,
It's okay, you're halfway. Halfway, you only have 2 more left.
Right, it's like when I breathe in, it's even worse, so I gotta try and do this without breathing.
Why did I try one?
Why is Daddy try one? Yeah.
I guess it's so hard to answer questions.
You don't have to get emotional about it.
Yeah. All right. You're spread more thin, obviously, and you kind of get that never-ending feeling that you're not doing anything as good as you could, but you have to come to grips with that, right?
Yeah.
You have to come to grips with that, and I agree with what Lavore said earlier, which is you kind of maybe work more efficiently, less hard, work better, because there's no time. You work earlier in the day, starting at 5 a.m., but even then they start waking up at 5:15. So, I don't know. It's probably the never-ending process of letting go of perfection, which is a very good thing for me. So that was fun.
Then,
yeah.
Do you love Big Dad?
I love you. I love you. And it gives, it's just that deeper meaning, which is what life is all about. So it's a good, it's a good thing.
I like your kids too.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah. All right, well, let's not dawdle too much, shall we? But let's work on our way to number 4.
Oh, I
now,
was really hoping
really
there would
exciting.
be like a 3.2 question.
Well, this is called Hellfire. Look at that face. Can you make that face, Leo?
I pretended like I've eaten this so many times, so I'm glad I'm eating it.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
So here's our Hellfire.
Okay. 1.
Oh,
2 big bites.
Very
2 big
good.
bites.
It's not so bad as you first chew, right? Yeah, that's great. Well, so while it's not too bad, I want to ask you something a little more philosophical. So in your core, in the center of your being, are you a comedy man, a comedy person, or a drama person?
Oh my God.
And why?
Just hold on one second. In my
Yes,
core,
in your core. Are you a comedy person or a drama person?
oh God. I think I was actually not maybe as bad as the bum, which is good. So, am I comedy? I don't know.
I candy, Mom.
I don't know. You probably know better than me. What do you think?
I want candy.
Honestly,
You are a comedy man. You are a comedy guy.
Jake, can we do more? Yeah, we can keep it.
Okay,
This is great.
you want to see? Yeah, I think you are the drama or the comedy. I mean, you have the two faces in the theater, right? And the happy.
Yes, man. Okay.
Milk.
You gotta bend down. Make sure you get in this shot. This guy's making all this happen. He's a wizard.
I said a terrible pour because I did.
Oh,
It's
this is
great.
great. Thank you. Okay. I think I'm right in the middle. I don't know. I think comedy. I love to laugh more than anything on the planet. That's my favorite thing to do. It gives me the greatest joy. So I guess maybe I would say comedy, but I do love drama, and I am. I don't know. I don't. So acting. I love being in the dramas too. So, but I guess I'd say comedy. So
Well, what do you think the world needs right now? More of.
comedy probably right now. We all need to laugh. Yeah, I think we all need to laugh heartily right now. So, yeah, I think that's what we need probably.
That's very beautiful.
But the best comedies have drama, right? So
That
the best
makes me laugh.
the best comedies are filled with drama. It just happens to be a happy ending. So that's not to take anything. They overlap very heavily. So
Yeah.
cheers. Yeah.
Cheers to that. Well, I think it's time for the last wing. Now you've got your refill of milk.
Okay, I'm gonna
So-
go big. I'm gonna try to eat a lot of this wing. Maybe not all of it.
Yeah, it's a small wing, so
Feel a little light. This is great.
very
good?
good.
I should
Yes.
do it now?
Let's have this say, "Go, Daddy!" Yay! You say, "Go, Dad."
Go, yeah.
Here we
That's
go.
a good bite.
I'm
There's a
doing
little
it.
bit left
I'm
on the
doing it.
bottom.
I'm doing it. No big deal.
Very good.
No big deal.
Don't touch your eyes. Now that you've eaten that fifth wing, it's time for the social media bomb. So I'm going to show you 3 pictures, and
Okay.
I want you to tell us
I know what it is. I've
what's
done it a
going
million
on.
times.
Okay, great. So here we have you with some different hair. It's
Okay.
yellow, and there's some nice braces here going
Yeah,
on too.
yeah.
Who is that?
That's 8th grade. I think it's homecoming. That's bleach blonde hair. I think it looks great. I think it's not a bad decision. It was very influenced by Green Day, and my friends were all doing it. So yeah. That's all I got to say about that. Okay.
That's very good. All right, let's see this one. Now I see a horse in this, a red hat, and it looked like a waistcoat or a corset of some sort you're wearing.
That's the first play I ever did. It's The Princess Bride. I'm playing Prince Humperdinck in The Princess Bride. And I think maybe we got permission or not. I don't know. But we did The Princess Bride. And I was Prince Humperdinck. And the whole time,
So what's going to give you some comfort?
I have a hug. And the whole time I was panning to the audience. It was great. It was so wonderful. Don't get any hot sauce on you.
Yes. Okay, well,
That
that's
makes my
lovely.
day.
Here's the... That's very sweet, honey. Now, look at this fun.
Here, sit beside me. Don't touch those wings.
I want to know about that dance move you got going there.
That was kind of red. The Lucy play. That's such a wonderful moment with Mary and Caitlin. We're having a salsa off. I'm very much in my comfort zone there. No, that was just so joyful. And in the spirit of comedy, it was just peaking. The energy was peaking, and the audience was so crazy fun during that moment. So yeah, it was great. It was great.
Good. Well,
Okay.
now that I just want to keep you on your roll here, I
Look it
have
down.
a special test for you. This is a game, actually. It's a CRT line game. And how it's going to work is that I'm going to read a line from a play that you have been in at CRT. You need to identify the play for a point, and you need to identify the character's name for another point. And you need to get 7 points to win. Okay? So are you ready to do this?
I'm so ready.
All right. Here we go. So, you pretzel. They don't use swords in France. They fight with hairpins at 30 yards.
I said this?
Yes, you
I
did.
said it?
Yes.
Wait, what?
You pretzel. They don't use swords in France. They fight with hairpins at 30 yards.
The liar? It's
Nope.
I said that?
You were saying it to, I think, Chad, a Fanador, and, yeah.
In what play?
Is he dead? Chicago.
Okay, all right.
Got that one? Very good. All right, well, no points yet, but here, we'll try another one. My plays are just for the amusement of friends, not fit for the ages. The only words that survive me will be writ on my stone, and perhaps not even that.
William Shakespeare, Shakespeare's the End of the Dead.
All right, boom, 2 points. Frequently, when I was a boy, we used to do it all the time. My grandmother had a lovely seat on a camel.
Elliot, Private Lives.
Very good. We two reclined, meanwhile, and sucked moist figs within a baldachin of willow twigs.
Durand, The Liar.
Got that one. I suppose you realize that you've broken that poor little woman's heart?
Oh, I tried to turn.
I suppose you realize you've broken that poor little woman's heart.
I suppose you realize...
You've
I'll do
broken
the right.
that poor little... Oh, is it my other character?
Yes.
Hector?
Nope.
Victor?
Victor!
Victor in Private Lives.
I'll give you 1 point.
Okay.
Very good. So we've got
Okay.
5 points. You only want what you can't have.
Keep going. You only
My
want...
what? My
But I want you... I don't want you to have me, because then you want me. But I don't want you to want me, because if you want me, you won't want me. Rick
That's right.
from Kinda Red.
I want that one.
That's it. You won. High five. How are you feeling?
I feel great.
Do you have anything else you'd like to say for this Colorado Gives Day?
I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone who donated on Colorado Gives Day. We really appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. It makes it all possible. It really does. And we're so excited to see you this summer in Creed in 2022. Thank you. And bye.
Bye. Enjoy that hot sauce.